if you have to do your research on Google, you find out more than 60% or averagely about 60% of all the trades that are executed in the Forex market are executed using a robot or an algo. About 60% of all the trades that are executed in the entire Forex market are done using a robot or using an algo. Even if you go to the biggest Forex broker on earth now, IC Market, you're going to see on their website, they write it there very, very bold for everyone to see, that about 60% of all the trades executed on their platform are executed using an algo, using an EA, using a robot. So you think if trading with a Forex robot wasn't profitable, more than 60% of all the trades in the Forex market are going to be done by a robot? Think about it. So that's why more than 3 to 4 years ago, we already invested a lot on algorithmic trading, on robotic trading, or I already invested a lot on algorithmic trading before the coming of AI. When AI came, we just put it on the backside of our automated tools and even made it more better. So in line with that, I want us to be able to cover the advanced section of robotic trading, the advanced section of algorithmic trading, so that you can be able to have a portfolio or a portion of your portfolio invested in algorithmic trading, invested in Forex EAs, invested in Forex robot. Remember, I said a portion of your portfolio. Today, if I have 5 accounts that are up and running, I have about 2 of them that just have my robots. Whether I'm busy or not, the robots are just there. There are many advantages in using a robot. Number one, a robot doesn't get tired. A robot doesn't get fatigued. A robot doesn't trade with emotions. That's why a monkey can trade more than you, because a monkey doesn't care about that money. One reason why you're not yet a good trader is because you trade emotionally. All right. So a robot doesn't care about that money. A robot doesn't trade emotionally. A robot doesn't second guess. A robot doesn't have point of confluences. The robot is going to follow the exact thing you're going to put behind that particular robot. So those are just some advantages why I just like using robots sometimes, or I have a portfolio, a portion of my portfolio invested in robotic trading or algorithmic trading. So let's talk about how you can optimize. If I go on YouTube, I haven't been able to see a detailed video teaching you guys how to optimize an EA. I'm not talking about backtesting. I'm talking about optimizing that EA. It is only through optimization of an EA that you're going to be able to have parameters that can win in any market condition. So the optimization part of it is more like an advanced part of EA trading, or an advanced part of algorithmic trading that many people don't even know how to explain to you guys. That's why you won't see it on the internet. So I'm going to be bringing it to you guys for the first time. So let's just go on, let's just come on MetaTrader 5, and we're going to be using Patrex Pro. We're not going to use any other robot, right? We're just going to use a robot that has won 4 years in a row or 3 years in a row as the best profitable Forex robot. So we're going to use Patrex Pro. We have Patrex Pro here on our chart, and let's just start our backtesting. Let's start our optimization from, let's say, from the 10. Let's just say we're starting from the 10 of March to today. That's almost about 2 weeks. So now you have Patrex Pro. Patrex Pro, you can, if I drop it here, you can see it comes with more than 100 different parameters. More than 100 different parameters. So which parameter do you think you can use? Which parameter, which lot size, which market condition? Should you use a signal, trades per signal strength 1? Should you use trades per signal strength 2? Should you use variable lot size or fixed lot size? The parameters are too many. What will help us to be able to know which one to use is through optimization. So I want us to do together, and you guys are going to see, we're going to be able to pick those setups right here, and we're going to use it to backtest, and you'll see how the robot will perform using the setups we're going to pick, or using the parameters we're going to pick using optimization. So to optimize the bot is easy. You just go, you right click on the robot and you go to test. That's it. It's going to open this one. You go to overview, you click on overview, and you go to complete optimization. I don't want us to do generic. I want us to do complete optimization. If you just wanted to see the results, you already know the parameters, you can just click on single. But I want us to do complete optimization. Under complete optimization, I want us to push this right up so that we can see everything. let's go under last month, and then we put this again to custom. We're going to select the date from the 10. Let's select from Monday the 10th to today. So today we're going to use the one, let's just use the 1 hour time frame where we're going to optimize it using multiple time frames. So it's to today, forward, we're not forwarding anything. We're just going to use zero latency, ID execution, every tick based on retick. So you can just pause the screen. If you want to do it on your side, you can just copy the same settings. So slow, complete algorithm. And what I want us to focus on is the profit factor, all right? Profit factor. So profit factor will balance the ability for you to be able to generate profits with that robot coupled with having a minimal drawdown. As easy as that. So if you put it on balance-based drawdown, on balance max, what is going to happen is the robot is going to optimize in a way that you're going to have the biggest account balance irrespective of the drawdown. But when it comes to algorithmic trading or robotic trading, you need to take into account the drawdown of that particular bot. That's why Patrex Pro has won many awards, because it has one of the lowest drawdowns. So you just put it on what? On profit factor max, because profit factor max is going to balance the amount you're going to make, the profit you're going to make coupled with the drawdown on that particular bot. Then expected payout and drawdown minimum. Drawdown minimum if you just wanted to focus strictly on the drawdown. But no, I want us to focus on drawdown plus what? Drawdown and how much we can make with that robot. So we're just going to put it on profit factor. Just put it on profit factor max, and that is it. You don't need to worry yourself. So the leverage we're going to be trading, for example, I'm just going to use FTMO, for example. They have a leverage of 1:100, or I'm going to use Lionheart Funding Program. Lionheart Funding Program also has a leverage of 1:100. So that is it. So here we have a lot of input, and we have to select a couple because we can't use all this input. It's just practically impossible for us to test all these inputs, all right? So let's start with 1 or 2, or let's start with about 5 so that we can have a good combination and a good sample size. We do our sampling, and then we can come back to other ones. So what I just want us to focus on now, let's focus on stop loss, all right? So you click on stop loss, you can see I tick stop loss, and then I come here, I have, let's start our stop loss on, say, 50 pips. The start is going to be 50 pips. So look, let's just say 50 pips. Remember here you are putting it in terms of points. So let's start it on 50 pips, which is the same as 500 points. And then our step. So what's the meaning of step? Meaning if we are starting on 50 pips, the next combination is going to be 60 pips. The next is going to be 70 pips. So that's why you have your step. So step is 100 points, which is the same as 10 pips. All right. Remember, this is the advanced side. So pay attention. You're going to enjoy this. Right up to, so I want us to, the sample size for our stop loss should be from 50 pips right up to 200 pips, all right? And then we can even drop this one right up to, let's just say right up to 150 pips, just so that the sample size shouldn't be too big, right? And then use trailing stops. We're just going to put it yes or no. So trailing stop obviously is just going to follow behind your trade. So you can either use a trailing stop or not. So we're just going to put it on yes. And then we're going to come down here. Trailing stop amount, we're also going to start on 40. And then our step is going to be 5 pips or 50 points right up to 800 points or 80 pips. So that's our trailing stop is going to be up to 80 pips. And then our take profit is going to be, we're going to start on 60 pips. Step is still going to be 5 right up to 200 points. We can still add max drawdown. You can still add a lot of things, but these are the key ones because people want to know which lot size should I use on this particular pair? Which take profit should I use? Should I use a trailing stop? Should I use what's the trailing stop amount I should put? All of that, those are the key things. I'm just going to start with those key parameters, although we can also come up here and we optimize all the other parameters up there. So that one, we already, if we can come down here, we can see the total number of permutations. You know, when it comes to statistics, there's something we call permutations. So the total number of permutations we're going to have a total of 5,742 permutations. So we can actually start the process. So let's just minimize this a little bit down so that we can have a lot of space up there to actually see our results. Okay, we're going to minimize this again. So when we go on start, you're going to see all the, remember we are backtesting from the 10th of March right up to today, almost about 2 weeks, but we are optimizing a mean, but we don't know which setting we would have used. So that's why we are just putting what? We are just putting this particular setting so that we can optimize to look for settings that would have given us the highest amount of money. So we can just confirm our input again. Everything is already there. Right from yes, 100% auto, lower tier buy. You guys, most of you guys already know most of these inputs, but the time frame, our upper time frame is the 1 hour time frame. Lower is this signal strength is 1, but we can also add this one. Let's add this one. Signal strength is 1 and 2. All right, so let's just add this one again. It's going to increase our sample size to 11,000, but we don't care. Let's put it like that so that we can know if we would have used a sample size or we would have used a signal strength of 1 or a signal strength of 2. You guys already, signal strength just measures how far the robot should, how many time frames above the current time frame should the robot look to confirm the trend before taking a trade. So if my signal strength is on 1 and we are using the 1 hour time frame, the robot is just going to focus on the 1 hour time frame. If my signal strength is 2 and the robot is using the 1 hour time frame, the robot is going to go one step ahead to the 4 hour time frame to also confirm the market direction on the 4 hour time frame. So let's click on start. It's going to take us some time because now we need to do 11,000 passes, 11,000 permutations. So let's click on start and actually see what happened. If we can come here on graph, you're not going to see anything on graph. Optimization, our optimization result is going to be here. We're also going to start seeing some dots up there, which is just our correlation, and I'm going to explain the meaning of those dots. Can you see that? Can you see that? Can you see we already start seeing some dots? Anytime you see this green dot right here, it means that is high profitability, high with a profit factor of 2.04. Anytime you see a board with a profit factor of more than 1.5, that robot is one of a kind. But you can see we have many green dots. Many green dots just means that's profit, and red dot just means would have ended in a loss. And each of these dots represents a trade. All right, each of these dots represents a trade. If we can go on agent, just so we can also, let's see, okay, on agent, you can see I'm using it on my VPS and have 16 core. I'm using a computer that is having 16 core. That's why you can see the optimization is a little bit faster. You can see with almost 16 core, meaning I have 16 computers that are processing it at the same time. For most of you guys who understands the meaning of a core in a computer, i9, i10, this one is i16. So the optimization is going to be fast. We can also look here. We've already had 69 passes. A total of 69 passes out of 11,000. So let's just go back to optimization to actually see which results we've gotten. Can you guys see this? Can you guys see this? So this one, all right, just with the lot size, let's confirm the lot size we're using here, all right? So our lot size was, let's go under lot size. We are using a fixed lot size of 0.5, not even up to 1 lot size, not even up to 1. We are using a lot size of 0.5 and trades per signal of 2. So for that optimization, for just that period alone, you can see, here you can filter according to profit, all right, according to the number of profit, according to the number of trade, expected payout, the drawdown, the signal strength, if you should use stop loss, the trailing stop, you can see this one says you are not supposed to use the trailing stop, and there are some, the trailing stop is going to be, so all of those permutations you're supposed to have, you're going to see them here. So let's just give it some time. Let's give it about an hour for it to permutate, for it to do all the combinations. Then I'm going to come back to explain the results to you guys. And just so you can see here, everything is already clear. Everything is already, we can already see some of the results that would have given us, or some of the combinations that would have given us the highest results. So this one is saying just for that period alone, we would have made $22,000 profit. Just from that period, just for that period alone, and this is the period right here. On a $100,000 profit account, we would have made a total of what? A total of, let's go back here, we would have made a total of $24,000. Let's keep going to see the drawdown. The drawdown here is perfect. Less than 25% drawdown. Less than 25% drawdown. We would have had a drawdown of 16%. And strength per signal, they're saying we would have used a strength signal of 2. The stop loss on this one would have been 80. Trailing stop, they said we wouldn't have used a trailing stop if we wanted to achieve those results. And then trailing stop, again, is not valid. Then take profit, they're saying we would have used 185 pips as our take profit. All right. And remember, the permutation is still going, the combination is still going. Just imagine we have 11,000 results. So there's one that will even give us about 50,000 or even up to $100,000. So let's just wait. We're going to come back after an hour, after we've gotten a lot of results, and then I'm going to keep you guys posted.
A few moments later.
It took us exactly 35 minutes for the optimization to be done, because as you can see on my screen, it says done. All right. If I go on Jonah, you can see it right there. Just look at this area right there. Optimization finished. Total pass 11,000 successful. So successfully, we had a total of 7,841 passes, meaning anytime the robot had to do one complete optimization, that was considered as one pass. And we had 7,841 of them. It took us exactly 2 hours, 2 hours, 35 minutes to be sure, It took us exactly 2 hours, 35 minutes, and 11 seconds, and everything is there. So if you go under optimization, you can see we have the results right here. So if I just filter under profit, let's just put this according to the highest to lowest profit, right? So if I just filter this, you can see the highest profit we had, the robot made a total of $30,382 using a lot size of what? Using a lot size of 0.5 on a $100,000 account. All right, and that was just for the past almost like a week, from the 10th of the month to the 18th, like for the past week, 1 week, from the 10th to the 18th, which is today. So for the past week, with this optimization, so if had it been that you use these same settings, these same ones right here, you use the signal strength. If you use the signal strength to be 2, stop loss to be on 90 pips, and your trailing stop was on, the trailing stop in pips was 55, and the take profit was 195 pips. If you use these same settings, you would have gotten a total of $30,382. So you can even filter it in terms of drawdown. If you go on drawdown, you can even see there's even one here with a drawdown of 11. Anything below a drawdown of 25 is awesome for a bot. This one is having 11 drawdown. Look, 11% drawdown. And anytime, and let me show you guys again. There are some key things, some key notes you guys need to take here. Let's put it again under profit. If you can see, these colors are different. If you see deep or dark green, it means that system or that combination is going to give you a lot of results. When you see dark green, then when you go down, if you can see light green means it will give you the same result, but the drawdown is a little bit higher. That's why you can see the drawdown on this is 14.3 and the drawdown on this one is 15.32. So still not bad. Anything below 25 is good, but that's just what the color stands for. If you start going down, you can see we have now like very light green, meaning that one wasn't so good, because you see the drawdown starts increasing. So this first one is very awesome. But like I said, you can even filter in terms of the number of trades that the robot, like if I want to see the one that opened the highest number of trades, I can be able to see. So this one opened the highest number of trades, which was 441 trades. But we end up on a loss of $1,500. If I want to even filter in terms of even the drawdown, remember we already filtered in terms of drawdown. The best drawdown was this one, 11% drawdown, and it made a total of 19,600. If I want to even filter in terms of signal strength, to just say, okay, two signal strength and also one signal strength, we'll also be able to see, you can see one signal strength didn't do that much in terms of profit. But remember, guys, we are only just testing this for the past week. If you really want to get good results, good stable results, I advise maybe you do your optimization over a period of maybe 3 months or 6 months or even a year. All right, so that you'll be able to have very solid parameter settings, not just within 2 weeks or within a week or within a month. I did 1 week just to show you guys how it's done, and also so that it could save us some time. But you guys can see, this is Patrex Pro. You guys can see it clearly. Meaning if you had these same settings, that's how much it would have made. Now, when you see settings that you like, you can just save those settings. You can just right click and you go directly and you export and save the settings. But another way is you can just right click on it. You go to now run single test. So run single test now is going to be combining all those parameters to actually run as if you put those same parameters on the robot. So let's try on this first option to see if we have the exact $30,300 which the robot said you would have made with this same settings. So let's just right click, go on run single test, and then we're just going to put it on what? We're going to put it on equity so that we can see. So that's our equity. That's Patrex Pro as we are seeing. That's it. That's our equity. And we are already up. Boom. We are done. We even went right up to about $147,000, meaning we went up to about $47,000 in profit, and then we had this drop right here. So that's our equity. By the start of the trading, we had a drop on equity, and then after that, you can see the steady equity curve. Can you see that? So maybe we can even say, okay, let's just even do this now for the past year, for the last year, to see what would have happened. Let's do it on last year. Last year, to even though we didn't do our optimization for last year, but we can even just say, okay, let's change this and see what would have happened if we had these same settings and wanted the robot to run for 1 year. So that 1 year would have just been from the 1st of January to the 17th of March. All right, so that's January, February. That's 2.5 months. So let's run and see what would have happened. Let's see what would have happened if we allow it to run for 1 year. Remember, we didn't optimize it for 1 year. So I want you guys to see something, all right? The reason why you need to do your optimization for 3 months, 6 months, or at least or a year to be able to have good data. So you can see the equity at the start of the year really dropped. But let's just be patient and see the date. You can see the date here already on the 20th of January. So very soon we're going to be getting to February and then March. So the good thing is we had a good recovery. So the robot is able to recover very well from a drawdown. We had a drawdown of almost about 40%, but you can see the robot has already recovered until we are in profit of $47,000 already. So let's see what would have happened. The date here says 10 of February, and we are already up here with a profit of almost about $31,000. So let's just be patient. We are already on the 13th of February. So very soon, the optimization is going to be finishing. You can see the line down here is showing you how far we still have to go. So let's just be patient. We're having good results. The only thing we just had was this drawdown by the start of the year. But so good so far. You can see the results are very awesome. The results are so good. So we're going to be finishing it very soon. Can you see that? That's almost about, damn it. Can you see that? Can you see that? Let's see what happened, bro. We made a total of $88,000. $88,000 if we took those our same settings and then run it for the entire year and just run it as if by the start of January 2025, you plug Patrex Pro on your computer, you put it on gold, and those were the settings you were using. It means you would have made $88,000. That's 88%. 88%, bro, within 2.5 months, 88%. And let's just even go here on settings, and instead of 0.5 lot size, let's put 1 lot size and see, right? Let's put 1 lot size, run it again and see what would have happened. And remember, you can always play around with different lot sizes. You can always play around with most of these things. You can even optimize the lot size, where you come here on input section or during optimization, you select the lot size. Maybe you start on maybe 0.1 lot size. You put the step by 0.1 up to almost even 5 lot size. The robot is going to optimize and give you the correct settings. So let's go on the graph and we'll actually see what's happening. We had a drawdown of almost about 40% still, but you can see this is the 5th of February, and we are already up by almost about $60,000. So I'm anticipating almost about $160,000 profit since we've just doubled the lot size. You see, so that's optimization / backtesting. This is not even back, it's optimization, which is the advanced version of backtesting, when you start talking about automated trading, you need to be able to understand stuffs like this. So let me just minimize this one so that we can still be able to see our optimization screen. Oh, okay, that's it. So that's that. If we go under backtest, you can see we made a total of $95,000. So I believe we made a total of $95,000 because the robot couldn't open more trades again because of this, because of the leverage. If we come here and let's just say we're using IC Market is having a leverage of 1:1,000. Let's backtest now and you'll see. So you need to be able to understand all these things and know how to play around with them. Let's backtest now. You'll be able to see the results. We're not going to be able to make $95,000 anymore. We're going to make more than that just because we've increased the leverage. So let's see. Can you see that? We have our leverage on 1:1,000. So when you want to make money, you just make the money. So let's see what would have happened. We had a drawdown up to this particular point in time, but this is still the 2nd of February. Let's see what happened. Let's see what happened. Can you see the recovery? Let's see what happened. We are already on 100 and we are already on 3. Hey, can you see that we're already on $350,000? The equity is almost on $350,000. But let's see, we are still on the 10th of February. Right? Let's just wait and see. That's just to also tell you, you can also even optimize your leverage. I just put the leverage on 1:100 because most pro firms like Lionheart Funding Program or FTMO, they're going to give you a leverage of 1:100. But if we're trading with a broker like IC Market, which you can find the link below to be able to sign up, you can use a leverage of 1:1,000 and that is it. Remember, leverage is a two-sided sword. If you want to make money, you're going to make a lot of money. But if you want to lose money, you still lose a lot of money. So, but since we know what we are doing, you see with this one, we have made almost $164,000. And there was even a point in time, the equity went up to almost about $400,000. That's a profit of about $300,000. So we are only able to start arriving to these figures because of what? Because of optimization. You can even go back to the same results again, just go back so that the same screen can appear there so that you can be able to see. Let's filter again in terms of profit. You can even come here again and say, okay, I don't want the one that has a drawdown of 14%. Let me pick the one that has a drawdown of maybe less than 12%. Now I have one year less than 12% and I made a total of $28,000. So you just click on that one and you go again on run as a single test. But remember, the results are going to be different because the bot now is running. Oh, okay, it has already picked the date again because remember the optimization date was on the 10th of March to today. That's it. Boom. And if you check now the equity curve, look at the equity curve. So perfect. If you go under result, you can see drawdown is 10%. Not even 12%. The drawdown on this one is 10%, which is perfect. You can see the Sharpe ratio is above, the profit ratio is above 1.5, which is very good. The recovery factor is 1.52. In most cases, the recovery factor for most robots are below 1, but this one is 1.52 recovery factor. You can see the Z-score, the margin level on test. You can see a lot from here. You can just see a lot. You can go down. You see the graphs, just a lot. All right. So there's a lot you can do with this data. Now, let's just say I like this now. I can just right click on, I go back to input. After running, I go here and I run it as a single test. The inputs are already here. I just right click and I can go down on save. Then you can see, that's it. I can just, when I go on save, you can see I have all the results right there. I can just save it now as a set file. I can just say maybe XAUUSD, XAUUSD 100K, maybe 1% rigs or whatsoever, 1% rigs. And then what's the name of the robot? Patrex Pro. You see, then I save. Boom. That's it. It's already saved. So anytime I go on my chart, let's just say I go on my chart and I want to use a robot and I drag Patrex Pro to my chart, I'll just go under load and I just load the same set file and I'm good to go. I don't need to keep doing it the same time. I just save it as a set file. That's what they call a set file. All right. So I don't want this video to be too long. I just wanted to introduce you guys to optimization, just to let you guys know there's more to EA trading than just making noise on the internet saying, no, this is the best way to do. No, this is what they call advanced algorithmic trading, which you need to be able to master something like this to the core before you can actually come up with a bot that can be able to make money. That's why Patrex Pro has gone through this over and over, has gone through series of optimization before we're able to come up with the set files. But even if you are doubting the set files, you already see how it's done. Go and open your computer. Most of you guys who have Patrex Pro, even if you don't have, the link is on the video description. Go and open your computer, follow these same steps, optimize and pick, use it now. Remember, this was strictly on Go. You can go and do your optimization now on maybe XL, maybe silver, or maybe on Great Britain Pound USD, Euro USD, Great Britain Pound JPY, CAD JPY, on NASDAQ, on US30. You can do your optimization now on different pairs so that you can be able to have set files that will suit your style of trading. You can change the lot size. You can assume maybe if you want to do your backtest on a $10,000 account, you come here, you change it to $10,000. Maybe the pro firm is giving you a leverage of 100. You come here, you change. You can always play around with this thing. This video is going to serve as a template you can always use anytime you want to optimize. So that even if you have Patrex Pro and you don't want to use my own set files that comes with the robot, go back and do optimization and pick your own set files that are going to be the ones that you're going to be using to trade. Because different people have different risk appetite, and you don't need to be a tech savvy person, all right? Oh, sorry guys, I had a video that came in. So like I said, you don't need to be a tech savvy person before you can do this optimization. Any lay person, any beginner, following these steps, you'll be able to optimize Patrex Pro to the fullest. And if you want to use Patrex Pro has won the award of the best and the most profitable Forex robot 3 years in a row, and you can see the reason. You've never seen this anywhere on the internet. That is because we went through in depth. This is called correlation, statistics. That's advanced statistics. Right now, we are using statistics in trading even. So if you want to use Patrex Pro, check the link on the video description to get yourself a copy of Patrex Pro. This is a robot that you can already see the potentials. Just imagine you had this on your private account or your pro firm account, how much you would have made within a couple of months. So check the link on the video description. Don't buy it from any other website. You're going to be buying the pirated fake version. Patrex Pro is a product of Godlove University. That's why you need to go to Godlove University/Patrex Pro. The link is on this video description so that you can be able to get yourself a license of Patrex Pro, test it out, have fun with it, optimize it, pick parameters that are going to fit your style of trading, and together we're going to make money in the Forex market. And if you want me to mentor you one-on-one, obviously you can join Godlove University. And if you want a pro firm that will allow automated trading like this, allow you to use your robot, check out a Lionheart funding program, link on the video description, where you can trade up to $600,000 in capital and your payout will be processed within 24 hours. Check out the other videos that are going to be coming at the end of the screen, because they are all related to Patrex Pro, and you're going to see how Patrex Pro is doing it on a live account. Join my free Telegram, link on the video description, and I'll see you guys on these other videos. Peace.